What you gonna do when Hulkamania runs wild on you? I gotta calm down. Anyway, guys, welcome to a brand new Q&A Ask Anything video where you can ask anything and everything down below in the comments. And 5 seconds ago, I literally just got done shooting my brand new Blu-ray update where we talk about these Blu-ray movies. That's gonna go up over on the FlickPick channel, my second channel. I'm gonna set those down. And speaking of Blu-ray movies, if you guys didn't know already, I wanted to let you know about the upcoming release of Neighbors on Blu-ray, September 23rd. The movie stars Seth Rogen. I did not know that. And Zac Efron. I actually like Zac Efron in this movie. Yeah. And my favorite scene in the movie is still the Robert De Niro themed movie party, where everyone dresses up like Robert De Niro characters for movies. I just want to go to that. Why can't someone actually have one of those? Anyway, the upcoming Blu-ray release has an alternate, never-before-seen opening scene, and you can watch a sneak peek of that on their YouTube channel, link down below, or you can click the annotation right here. But yeah, if you want a little bit of extra comedy in your day, you can check out the link down below in the description box for that alternate opening sneak peek, and you can also check out what's new on the upcoming DVD and Blu-ray release of Neighbors. Okay. Feeling a little bit dehydrated. You know, yeah, the best thing to drink when you're dehydrated is soda. Caffeinated beverages that literally suck the moisture from your bone tissue. But anyway, the first question up today is, John, what did you think about the newly released image of the Batmobile? Now, a few days ago, actually like last week, Zack Snyder released official image of the Batmobile, and we actually got a frontal full nudity view of it. You see the gun sticking out of the front. It looks badass. It even has like little turn signals that are very reminiscent to the Tim Burton Batmobile back in 1989. As far as this new Batmobile goes, well, it looks pretty fucking badass. Now, I love the Tumbler. The Tumbler for me is the Batmobile I actually want to have in real life. Like, I want to drive that around to the grocery store. It looks practical, or at least to me it does, and it looks like a tank meets a Ferrari. I like it. But this new incarnation of the Batmobile, it might just be my favorite. Now, I'm going to hold off judgment until I see it in live action, because in live action, it could be a very different animal than it is in the picture. But as far as this picture is concerned, I love the way the new Batmobile looks. I even like the guns in the front. Now, Batman doesn't use guns, but when he's driving, his car does. But you know, as far as guns go, there's a lot of speculation. It could be rubber bullets, it could be whatever. But you know what? If you're Batman and you have this vehicle, you need a little bit of firepower on the front. Not to kill people, just to like break down doors and shit like that. I mean, the 89 Batmobile had guns on it, so you know, why can't this one? Now, somebody else asked me what my favorite Batmobile was, and since I just told you it was the Tumbler, my least favorite Batmobiles are the ones from the Joel Schumacher movies. Yeah. Both those Batmobiles look like futuristic dildos. Yeah, so suffice it to say, I really dig the look of the new Batmobile. I just can't wait to see it in live action kicking some ass with Batman in it screaming. Okay, next question is, John, I am 13 and have been watching your channel for 2 years. Thanks, man, that means a lot. That's a lot of dedication, and I appreciate that. Can you give me advice on how to be just like you? P.S. You're amazing and I want to meet you. First of all, thank you, Sky Fox. That means a lot, man. And you know, as far as, I'm gonna get a little bit deep for just a few seconds here. It does mean a lot when people watch my videos and tell me, and I get comments and messages all the time about people like, oh, I watched your video and it made my day a little bit better. I really do appreciate things like that. That means a lot to me. And you know, sometimes I go back and look at older videos and I read the comments, and I don't know, it baffles my brain that first of all, people watch my videos. And then it means a lot that there's other people out there that understand me and are like me. And I'm like, I'm not alone. There's a community of us out there. It's like we belong in the sewers, hiding from civilization. But yet, I'm out here on the internet expressing my thoughts and my feelings. And there's people who agree with me. And it's just mind-blowing. So anyway, yeah, anyone who's watched me for a while now, or if you're a new subscriber, I truly do appreciate it. So anyway, let's give, as far as advice on how to be like me. The best advice I can give you on how to be like me is just don't be like me. Do you want to do something with your life? Do you want to be successful? Do you want people to respect you? Don't be like me. Do something with your life, all right? Yeah, you know, that's the best advice I could ever give you. But I do appreciate it. Hey John, whom would you prefer to make love to? Your lady friend trapped inside of Nick Cage's body, or Nick Cage trapped inside of your lady friend's body? John, a little bit deeper, a little bit harder. A, B, C, O. Yeah, that's kind of terrifying when you really get, like, it's funny, but it's terrifying at the same time. I'll take either. I could eat a peach for hours. Alright, that's enough Nick Cage for this Q&A. Hey John, what do you think about Morgan Freeman joining Ted 2 and Ben-Hur reboot. My name is Morgan Freeman. I love Morgan Freeman, the voice of a god. You know, as far as him joining Ted 2, it can only add humor to it. I think he'll pull off some of the funniest scenes in the movie, because Morgan Freeman with that deep, godlike voice that's just the nectar of the gods flowing into your eardrums, that's fine by me. I think he'll actually be funny in Ted 2. If the Amazing Spider-Man 3 and the Sinister 6 movies are shit, do you think that Sony will actually give the rights to Marvel or keep them and reboot it? Because I think everyone will agree that they should give the rights back to Marvel. Oh, I agree with you 100%, the rights should go back to Marvel, because Sony is just incapable of making a good Spider-Man movie. They just... Now, I'm not talking about the Sam Raimi ones, I'm talking about the new Amazing Spider-Man movies, which even if you're a fan of those movies, and you like good movies, could we not all just agree that they could be better? Like, easily better? Just a few... Like, there's things in those movies that are so bad, and so obviously bad, that anyone with talent could go by and be like, yeah, that should just not be there. Just don't do that. But they go ahead and do it anyway. That's my thoughts on those movies. But as far as giving them... Well, first of all, Sony doesn't know what the hell they're doing. I mean, if you go back and look at all the deleted scenes from The Amazing Spider-Man 2... They don't know what the hell they wanted to do. There's like 40 minutes of deleted footage and major plots and subplots that they just ripped out of the movie because they don't know what they're doing. And then they have the Sinister 6 movie that they're working on, but yet they can't get a Spider-Man movie right, but they want to start doing movies about Spider-Man villains. I don't know. I don't think the Sinister 6 movie is going to be all that great. I hope it is, but I don't have high hopes for it. Yeah, give it back to Marvel. And not even give it back to Marvel. Sony, you can make billions and billions of dollars off selling the rights to Spider-Man back to Marvel. Like, there you go. Get billions of dollars from it, and be happy. And go start something else. That's my advice to Sony, as if they're listening right now. Damn, you like Captain America more than Spider-Man? Captain America sucks, no offense. He's referring to my last Q&A video where I talked about my favorite superheroes. I just like Steve Rogers. He's just more fascinating to me. Hey John, you're my favorite YouTuber, and I recently deleted my old YouTube account, and I'm starting fresh. Any advice where I start? I do movie reviews. Yeah, as far... Well, let's see... News. Yeah, change your name. D goes new reviews. Change your username. A username it's all about marketing, and if no one can remember or pronounce your username, you're probably not going to have a lot of success. So change that to something simple that stands out, something new. Yeah, and what else is there? Just make good videos. Make consistent videos. Be yourself. Find a niche and start going that direction. And as far as starting out, you could be the best movie reviewer on the planet. You could have the most intellectual thoughts, funny, creative, but that doesn't mean viewers are going to come to your video. And that's the unfortunate thing about YouTube. Sometimes shit floats to the top. And that's just unfortunate. There's sometimes where I make videos where I'm like, yeah, that's fucking awesome. I spent like 4 days putting it together. And it's just like, yeah, it does mediocre. And there's some videos where I just shoot them like 10 minutes, slap it on the internet, and it does amazing. There's no rhyme or reason. YouTube is a scary place. But what I would do is, if you do movie reviews and you do top 10s, for some of your new content, I would recommend putting out things that are, what's the word I'm looking for? My brain just went numb. Topical. There it is. Do topical things. Like if you see a new movie, be the first one to put that movie review out. Because when people that aren't really familiar with the YouTube movie review community go to search a movie review, you might just be the first one they see, and then, that new person might just be like, yeah, that's the guy I'm going to go watch movie reviews from now on. So, yeah, be topical as much as you can, and just stay consistent, and have good production value. Put some lights in your video. Shoot with an HD camera. That's the best advice I can give you right now. My mouth is numb. I'm tired. I'm just tired. All right. John, if you could hang out with any superhero for a week besides Batman, who would it be? Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman. I would try to subdue and subdues Wonder Woman. That would be magical. It would be mystical. I'd hang out with Wonder Woman because I could hang out with like some other cool badass superhero like Iron Man or Spider-Man, but you know, I think it'd get boring after a while. I really do. Wonder Woman, at least you'd have something to look at, you know? Hey Johnny, Utah Flickster, where did you get that Jaws poster from? I got it from a place here in town called Mega Replay. It's a used DVD and Blu-ray store. I've showed it off in Flip Trips before. That's where I got the poster. Still haven't hung it up yet. Still over there. I do have a frame for it now. I just don't know where to put it. If you could cast Bryan Cranston as any comic book character, who would you cast him as? Well, there's rumors that he was going to be Lex for a while, Lex Luthor in the Superman movie, but that didn't pan out. And as far as Bryan Cranston as a villain, I could definitely see it. I don't know which superhero he could be. You know, you almost look back on the first Iron Man movie, and you had Jeff Bridges, who played the villain in that movie with a shaved head and a goatee, and you're like, Bryan Cranston probably would have been better for that role. So I'm gonna go reverse time and say in the first Iron Man movie, Bryan Cranston should have played the bald-headed villain who becomes the Ironmonger. Hey John, do you watch The Big Bang Theory? I actually have the I got the 7th season Blu-ray right here. Now I talk a lot about there's dogs barking outside. I talk a lot about The Big Bang Theory in that Blu-ray review, but overall, The Big Bang Theory to me is kind of like a mind-numbing TV show that has no substance, and you just watch it when you're eating food, and when you're done eating, you turn it off and watch something good. That's what it is to me. Don't get me wrong, there's funny jokes along the way. I like the nerdy geek movie references, but it's just not a show I've ever really been addicted to watching. Hey, yo, John the Flickster, Still Shaft. I like that. Can you give me a shout out? I'll buy one of your shirts if you do. I don't care if you buy one anyway. It's Adrian Gonzalez. Thanks for watching, my good man. John, great video. My question is, have you seen The Raid 2? Not yet. I want to see it. My life, I don't have time to do it. I don't know why. I'm terrible at time management. And I want to watch it eventually. It's just been a busy week. I've shot a couple videos this week. I might go to the gym today to work out. I'm wearing my Hulk Hogan shirt. That doesn't relate to anything. My mom painted our living room yesterday. I had my mom paint my living room because I'm a shitty painter. Like, if I paint it, I just start splashing it all on the walls, get mad and frustrated, punch holes in my drywall. I had my mom paint it, and I just, take her out to dinner. So it all makes sense. But what were we talking about? Oh yeah, The Raid 2. How did we get to that? I don't know. The Raid 2, I do want to watch it. It's like the next movie I plan on going to Redbox and getting. Okay? Hey, John, if you could direct a Tiny Todd movie, what would the story be about, and who would star in it? Can I get a shout out? Thanks, you're the best. That comes from Batboy1234556. A Tiny Todd movie. Tiny Todd would be the best cooler in the biz. He'd be the best bouncer of any nightclub you've ever seen. And one day, this guy from a southern nightclub calls him up. It's a very rough place, and he needs the best cooler in the biz to come down there. He pays him $2,000 a night, and Tiny Todd would be the cooler. He goes down there. He makes love to a beautiful woman. The movie takes place in the late 1980s, and Tiny Todd would be a bouncer. Things get out of control, and he has to kick some ass to save the town. I basically just described the Roadhouse, but Roadhouse with a tiny skeleton in it? Now that's a different movie. Oh, okay, I gotta read this question. What would you do if you woke up in Walt Jr.'s body one morning? I meant pancakes! I don't know. I don't know what I would do. I'd probably eat pancakes. Hey, Johnny Bateman. What is your favorite scene in American Psycho? Mine is when Patrick kills Paul. Do you like Huey Lewis in the News, you fuck? I'd probably go with Christy, don't just look at it, eat it. And he's just doing that. Probably my favorite scene. It's just, it's funny. Max Payne, Agent 47, and the Punisher are in a room and they're going to kill each other. Who walks out? The Punisher. He's the most brutal badass of the bunch. Max Payne, I feel like he would die first. Agent 47 does have skills, and he is a badass, but I think the Punisher would do whatever it takes. Alright, so I'm gonna go with the Punisher. What is your favorite video game? I say the most fun I had playing video games was with the Call of Duty series. just because all my friends would go get online back in like 2007, 8, and 9, and we'd play Call of Duty, laughing with each other, making jokes. And I think overall that was the most fun. But as far as video games go, I still love the old classic games, Mario Brothers, Super Mario World. Amazing side-scroller games. Just, it takes you back to a special place in your life. Zombies Ate My Neighbors, and the Crackdown games, where you jump around looking for orbs in a giant fucking city. Fun, fantastical times. Are you going to watch Season 5 of The Walking Dead? As much as The Walking Dead series to me has started going downhill, I will probably watch it. It's like, why not? I might as well continue. But they better toughen up their game. That's all I'm saying. I'm tired of watching them just fucking minger along and not do anything for 5 episodes. Alright? Please just have something happen. So yeah, I'm gonna watch it. Can you please do an Al Pacino impression as Lights Camera Jackson? Hoo-ha, motherfucker! That's Al Pacino, but as Lights Camera Jackson, I don't want the labor pains, I just want the baby. Hoo-ha, motherfucker! I give Inception a D-. I don't know, I just didn't understand it. It got better towards the end. Does everyone agree it got a little bit better towards the end? Alright. I'm proud of myself for that one. That got fucking intense. Now I'm all hyped up. Shit, let's keep going. What do you think about Dwayne Johnson as Black Adam? Phenomenal casting choice. And after researching the character of Black Adam, can't wait to see. I like how he's an anti-hero. Like, I like that he's not like some Boy Scout hero. There's a little bit more to him, so I can dig that. Hey John, I just watched your Blu-ray collection video and I loved it. By the way, that's over on the Flick Pick channel, my complete Blu-ray collection. All these bad boys right here. So yeah, if you like movies, you like Blu-rays, definitely check that out. I noticed when you were talking about Dredd that you'd like to see a sequel like the rest of us. Well, I read, yeah, there is a possibility that there is going to be a sequel to Judge Dredd made, and I just hope so. And here's my opinion on Judge Dredd. Everyone that handled the marketing on the first movie should be fired and never rehired again, because they did the worst marketing job for that movie that they possibly could. They made that Judge Dredd movie look like a pile of B-rate bullshit. And I thought it was going to be B-rate bullshit, and then I watched the movie, and I was like, wow, that's a nice little gem. That's a nice little action movie kind of thing going on. So, yeah, if they make another one, it just makes sense. You know, I don't know how some movie studios that back, you know, $150 million movies don't just throw $30 million at a Judge Dredd sequel, market it the right way. It has a cult following right now, and it's going to make its money back and some, so they're going to make a profit. And there's kind of like a low-risk, high-reward opportunity. And plus the merchandising. I mean, if you have Judge Dredd, you have the toys, you have the posters, and if you just market that movie how it should be, you're going to have a successful movie on your hands. So, yeah. Hey John, this isn't an insult, but to me, if they make a new Back to the Future movie, you would be perfect as Biff. I've been told I look like Biff and 500 people. I can see the Biff. I can, hey butthead, I would love to play Biff. I would play, if they gave me the opportunity to play Biff in the new Back to the Future remake, yes, I would be there. Cover me in shit. I'll do it. So anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. As usual, thanks for asking all the questions, no matter how weird or how dark they get. I appreciate them. And as usual, ask anything and everything you want to down below, and I'll see you next week for an all-new Q&A. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.